The beauty about nature is that you don't have to go far to see it. You don't have to go far to appreciate it. It's right there at your fingertips in your backyard. Everywhere you go, there's nature around you. It's our natural resources surrounding our urban environments. And to be able to be an advocate of my community, but also nature as well, is meaningful to me. My name is Taliaferro. I'm a naturalist, a birder, and I'm an outdoor educator for the Resilient Environmental Department of Broward County Government. Growing up in Milwaukee, we tend to see not only the inequities in the city, depending on what side of the city you're on, but also some of the environmental impacts that we have. I just decided to do something about it. The common thread of my work is to be a science communicator. It's to be able to take those large-scale concepts and digest it down so that people can understand it in a more relatable undertone. Connecting people to the outdoors is like breathing. It is so a part of us, it's innate. My job as not just an outdoor Afro leader, but just also as a naturalist who wants to connect our people to the land and water and air, to make sure that we stay connected. Once you take care of the environment, you'll take care of yourself too. The South Florida Everglades, it's one of those amazing ecosystems that you hear about in school. And so I had this impromptu trip that I took down here, and I fell in love with it so much that I moved 5 months later. I got into birding back when I was going to school at Bethune-Cookman University. It's a historical Black college located in Daytona Beach, Florida. Imagine if you didn't have birds in your area. They're indicator species. They let us know when something's wrong, and so that's how it ties into a lot of habitat restoration, conservation efforts around the world. So we are in Treetops Park, but some of the invasives that we have are our rosary pea, which is just an invasive. My work as a naturalist in the conservation world has definitely been a huge help in understanding the landscape. A lot of these are invasive, like air potatoes. That's also another vine. When invasive species take over, it causes an imbalance, and our native species can't really thrive and they can't spread to help our pollinators like our birds and our bats and our bees. A lot of people don't really know, so they go to a lot of these landscape stores and be like, hey, that looks cool, but it's actually an invasive species that you're about to plant in your yard. Snake plant, which is fairly popular in a lot of plant stores right now, but it does become an invasive problem in our natural areas. A lot of our native plants, like our beautyberry, this is right over there, can't really thrive because a lot of the snake plant take over in a lot of those sunspots that it needs. Oh man, they're a big one. Here's the beautyberry. So this is a native plant. It's one of a really big pollinator, but they are edible and you can make a nice little jam out of it. Oh, that was a good one. Nature is very personal for me because it helps me stay connected and grounded and sane in a world that's so fast-paced and energized. The more that I learn about it on my own and even in my professional space, the more it's become personal because I live here too now, and so I want to be invested just as much as anyone else. The Green Obsidian is a digital platform that I created to uplift the stories of Black people who are doing so much good work on the ground level in environmental conservation. I started it back in 2019. It started at my kitchen table where I was so frustrated of not seeing the representation that it widely deserves. And it just so happened to be Black History Month. So for 28 days, I highlighted Black people in conservation who were just really doing good work. And I wanted to show on a platform that we've actually been here for quite some time. It just wasn't highlighted in mainstream media like most others. For 28 days, every year since then, I just started posting somebody every day. And then it grew momentum, like, man, I didn't know that person was doing that. The most important is to support that work, whether that be financially or just in general, and to show that there are Black people that do love conservation, and to really uplift their stories that hopefully are an inspiration to the next generation of environmental leaders. With all the work that I do, whether it be in Wisconsin or Florida, the Green Obsidian, what really connects it together is awareness. I want people to understand that this is close to home. This is the only planet that we have, and it's super important to be aware about what's changing in nature. I just give you the tools to help to stay still and to pay attention and to observe, just like a scientist would. And so that's what keeps me going, and that's what keeps me passionate about the work that I do in conservation and outreach and community engagement.